Welcome to Inside the Ring, where the show starts before the show starts. We're already in the middle of debating stuff and everything. This is boxing's official show of record. I'm your host, Max Kellerman. Joining me, one of the most talented fighters in the game and a major social media influencer. How many followers you got on IG now?
A lot, Max.
Over 10 million?
A little more than you and Shady and Mike combined. But yeah, let's go.
Are you over 10 million?
Yeah, are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Say that, you got nice hair.
Well, you have better hair than me. I mean, for my age.
Got better hair than me, too.
To my left, Ring Magazine senior insider Mike Coppinger. Would you like to make a comment about his hair?
Oh, yeah, very nice and shiny.
Come on, how many guys can pull off the bald look this well, Ryan?
Not many.
Give me that.
I'll give you that.
Wait,
I'll give you
how
Mr. Clean.
How long have you been bald?
10 years now, maybe?
When was the moment where you realized this is how it's going to be? Let me just shave it.
The moment it started thinning like 1%, I was like, it was driving me nuts.
Smart move.
30?
That's right. See, do it before it gets ridiculous.
People thought it was a choice, like a lifestyle
I feel like y'all
choice.
bullying Mike. Get off him, please. Shady's turn.
And to Mike's left is Shady McCoy, all-decade running back and all-time boxing fan. Feeling good, Shady?
Hey, man, listen, this is what I do, right? I talk boxing, I live boxing, and guess what? I box. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I'm running you over.
What you mean?
I'm talking about pads.
No.
Yeah.
You know what, though? You got a nice left hook, but I felt your hook. I could take that.
Bro.
Oh, wow.
All right, next time we're bringing the body protector, and you're not going nowhere. I'm pinning you on that wall and hitting you as hard as I can.
That's right, we need
you
that.
end up like Blueface.
We need him around. Take it easy.
Yeah.
It's time for the lead hook. We start with Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach in their junior welterweight main event Saturday night. Lamont Roach came out patient in this fight, guys. I was impressed early, even if he wasn't winning every round. I thought he looked patient. He was staying on the outside. When he wasn't using his jab from the outside, he was using that little check hook. He was trying to slip and counter, not always successfully, but it looked good to me. And then Cruz caught him with a hook, knocked him down in the third round. And following the first knockdown of Roach's career, he got into a good rhythm in the middle rounds, I thought. And it got to a point, though, when Pitbull, after he had that point deduction for the incessant hitting on the hip, it was like time for Lamont to leave no doubt.
Right.
And I gotta credit Pitbull. Instead of just taking credit away from Lamont Roach, Pitbull got resourceful. He figured out a way to avoid the loss. The fight was declared a majority draw. The one judge in boxing, majority draw, it just means the majority of the judges always win. So if two judges have it a draw, that's the majority. That's a draw. They decide. But the one judge who did score it for a fighter scored it 15-11 for Pitbull. After the fight, Lamont Roach said he's tired of this happening, referring to his draw earlier in the year with Tank Davis. So, guys, does Roach have a legitimate beef here, or did the judges get it right? Let's start with you, Mike.
I think the judges did a great job, Max. I had it 113, the same as two judges. Look, at most draws, right, it's a fight that could have went either way. And there are some draws you watch them and you say, both guys kind of lost. This was a draw where both guys elevated their stock, I thought. Pitbull coming into the fight was kind of written off as a guy that just comes forward blindly, right? Like you said, he has really good boxing IQ, actually. And Roach, he actually suffered a broken right hand in round 5, and he showed proof. He's in a cast right now, so to fight 7+ rounds with broken hands.
Hold on, Ryan.
He's laughing at me. Time out.
No, I'm laughing at what he said.
Yeah.
He said that
Pitbull
has high IQ.
Well, Max sold it to me, and
Okay, I'll tell you
Max,
why.
I'm stealing Max's line.
Let me find out from Ryan what he thinks about it.
He closes his eyes and throws.
Right, but I'm not talking about that, Ryan. I'm talking about, look, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Does Pitbull deserve criticism for Roach fighting him to the point where he had to do something he doesn't normally do? He's sticking his tongue out at him. He's moving around a little bit. Or does he deserve credit for being resourceful? See, boxing IQ is not just, I have these skills, I'm going to apply them this way. It's sometimes figuring out a way to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Which one, criticism or praise?
Well, I would say that it's a little bit of both. I mean, at the end of the day, he was fighting his style for most of the fight, and then Lamont did the right thing, which I thought was the smart thing to do. People were trying to bash him, but stepping to Pitbull. At the end of the day, Pitbull can't fight back to save his life. So once Lamont started doing that, he started breaking Pitbull down a little bit. Pitbull got uncomfortable, didn't really know what to do with it, decided to go on his bike, act like he was boxing. Bro can't box. I seen the after interview. Don't ever do that again. But when the 11th round came, I think 10th or 11th, when Pitbull caught him again with the right hand and kind of shook him, that kind of made the fight a draw, because then Pitbull stole the 11th and 12th, which is mind-blowing because Lamont had the momentum, but he didn't, like, go into like, all right, I'm making a
foot on the
statement.
gas.
Boom,
By the way, I
because he
believe
could have kept hitting him, but he would stop. So I mean,
believe Shady, it was Teddy Atlas who told me this. I'm talking about years ago, before either one of us were on ESPN. I'm talking about like probably 28 years ago or something, at the former editor of the Village Voice, Jack Newfield's house, okay? We used to get together, have some boxing parties. We'd watch old fights. We'd watch the Oscar De La Hoya pay-per-view, whatever it is. And I think it was Teddy who said, all great fighters have this in common. They figure out a way to land their shots, right? It sounds obvious, but a guy like Pitbull, this is what I mean by IQ. Even in the 11th and 12th rounds, you mentioned the right hand, he was landing this little up jab too. He was mixing in these little shots that what was staying in your mind is Lamont Roach's head was flying back, right? He figured out a way to get it done. What was your impression of the fight?
First of all, I didn't like Lamont Roach's game plan, right? If you watch everybody that really beat Pitbull, they outboxed him. I was at the fight with Ryu. He outboxed him, like easy, outclassed him. Roach is a lot better than Ryu to me, right? He could have outboxed him. And another thing is when he did want to push him back, he started pushing Pitbull back. I never seen Pitbull push back like that. He started doing the Ali Sheffield. He was doing all type of stuff. All I'm saying is that like he could have made that fight easy. You're in San Antonio. There's going to be way more fans for Pitbull. Make it easy. Take him out the game, right? I remember a while ago, Shakur wanted to fight Pitbull. And Pitbull's dad said, we don't want to fight Shakur because he's going to be running around, moving around too much, right? Basically saying he's going to outbox my son. If you want to fight a guy like Pitbull, little arm, real tough and aggressive, small arms, you outbox him and make it easy.
But what Ryan's talking about is
easy.
you can't just let a guy establish forward momentum where he's just going to run you over. And Lamont Roach is a very good fighter, but there is a higher level than Lamont Roach, right? Like certain guys could do that. If Lamont Roach just starts giving ground, Pitbull's going to build up a head of steam.
He's going to build momentum and steal the rounds because the thing if Roach had a little bit more power, he could do that a little bit more. Right. You know, Ryo has a little bit more power, so Pitbull's not as, eager to get in. He's eager to get in on Lamont because Lamont doesn't have the pop. But once Lamont stepped to him and used his physical strength, not his punching power, his physical strength.
Two different things.
Then Pitbull was like, shit, what do I do? You know what I mean?
But let me say, Lamont Roach to me, I liked what I saw early on because he was trying to do all the right things. To your point, he was trying to stay in the pocket sometimes, not give up too much ground, and slip and counter, right? The issue is, and we all like Lamont Roach on this show. He came on the show, he's a very likable guy.
Commanders fan.
He's a good, in spite of that, he's a good fighter, very good fighter. He takes risks. He just got back-to-back draws in fights. Maybe people mostly think he won both of them, right? Against Tank and Pitbull, and moved up 2 weight classes in consecutive fights to do it. He hasn't gotten to the point, and we'll see if he ever does, where he's good enough to get away with that slip and counter style against elite fighters. He had the right idea, but he would get away from doing certain things. He got away from the jab. When he would slip or he would hook in front, you'd never hook with a hooker in boxing, right? If a guy has a good jab, you want to disrupt his rhythm. If he has a good hook and you're hooking with him, especially if your head's in the middle, you might get knocked out. He was standing in front of his guy trading hooks.
Standing in front, that's what I'm saying.
And he got knocked down.
He's not good enough, at least yet, to win in the kind of style that he's trying to employ.
But Max, that's what I'm saying. It was sometimes in a fight where he was just sitting in front of Pitbull, and I'm thinking like, why are you just sitting in front of him like that? Move around.
Well, it's kind of like what people said about when I stood my ground with Duarte. Like, why are you standing here? Just keep boxing like you were. At a certain point, these dudes are going to keep coming. You got to show them like, all right, I'm right here. Now do what?
But you got different power, though.
Yeah, true. But at the end of the day, it's a decision you got to make because I don't want to keep moving around all night and using my legs. It's not boring, but it's kind of taxing on your mind. Like, I'm letting this man keep pushing me back. Yes, I'm cracking him. Yes, I'm hitting him with shots, but he's not going nowhere. I'm going to stand my ground. And then now I'm discouraging him because that was his game plan.
So can we shut out the ref, by the way? Because you're in San Antonio. I like the ref. Big Mexican-American population in San Antonio. Pitbull is a draw. You're thinking, ooh, they might get Roach with some home cooking. And Pitbull made the mistake. It's not just that he was hitting him on the hips low.
He was hitting him low.
Right? But you can get away with that if the ref's here and you do it over here where he can't see. Pitbull was doing it with no respect for the ref. The ref is looking right at him, and on clear vision, Pitbull's hitting him low anyway. Like, I could just do this.
That wasn't boxing IQ.
Pitbull is dirty.
And he is, and he was foolish the way he did it. And to the ref's credit, basically in a hometown fight for Pitbull, he took a point away.
Mike, can I ask you a question real quick? Is there a rule where you cannot put grease all over your body in the ring?
I mean,
I
you
was-
can't put too much Vaseline in your face and
You
your
can
head.
put all the Vaseline on your face.
But not too much.
You can't
though.
put it on your body,
That's the
though.
ref's discretion.
Before
When
the
you put
fight, I
grease
was
all over
watching.
your body, are you not in the ring? Is that what he's at?
Hey, I know nobody sees that, but I did catch Pitbull putting that grease on him.
But one thing I want to say also, Max, you gave props to the ref, and I agree.
Yep.
I want to give props to the judges. The judges did a great job here. Roach, look, I expect both guys to think they want to fight in a close fight. You should think that. Roach had great moments. Pitbull had great moments. Like Ryan said, I gave Cruz rounds 11 and round 12. He dropped Roach. And a draw was a fair scorecard, and you did it in Texas, so good job by the judges.
Right, I agree.
Max, real quick. So I just want to ask all of y'all though. So, like, if you had to, I guess, rank Pitbull as a fighter, like, was like a B fighter? Because you always
B
do
plus.
that.
He's B+. I
And what
agree.
would you say, Roach?
Pitbull.
Oh, Pitbull is B minus.
B minus.
B minus, but you have to put like including with the determination he has.
Yeah, I would say B minus.
I say B+.
What
I'm
I'll
with
give him a
Max.
B+.
And what
Give him a
about Roach? You think?
Also a B plus. I mean, they just fought to a draw. I
Yeah,
think
true.
Roach has
Good
the
point.
chance to be an A minus, to
I
hit
do.
a 90.
I do see
I
that.
think if they rematch that thing again, I think he'll be a different game.
I think
plan.
Roach beats him
I think
easy.
he beats him easy though. I think you know what? I'm gonna watch this fight. All right, I'm gonna push him back sometimes, and then I'm gonna really box him more.
now
than
he knows
anything.
what Pitbull
Be
got.
easy fight.
You know the thing that
Pitbull's-
Sugar
come
Ray
on, man.
Leonard
He's
had
okay.
more than
Roach
Roach
anything
broke his
else.
hand, too, don't forget.
The
He did
thing,
already broke
the
his
thing
hand.
that Sugar Ray Leonard had more than, I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard was the fastest. He could punch. He could do. He's very blessed. But in close fights, when he was in his prime, he knew what to
Turn it
do,
up.
when to turn it up, and how to win the fight.
good point.
And a guy like Lamont Roach is missing that in his game. Here we are, and you pointed it out,
But he got
Ryan.
the talent,
We're in the
too.
11th and 12th rounds of a winnable fight for him, and he did just enough to not win.
Right.
And you know what?
100%
Y'all make
I can't
fun of me
agree
on
more
this
than
show
that.
when I talk about like a lot of the brothers, the black fighters.
Yeah.
And I'll be so serious. When you are super talented, right? Not even super, but really, really talented like a Roach, because he has talent. Like, it shouldn't be like a bad thing where, you know what, I'm better than you as a boxer. I'm more talented. I'm more athletic. I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Yeah.
And I think of a fight with Pitbull, you show that. It's the reason why he don't want to fight certain fighters, because you know it's going to be hard to hit me.
Lamont doesn't
he
have
did that.
those.
I think so.
He doesn't have the twitchies like
He's
we're
twitchy
about-
enough. He's twitchy enough. He's twitchy enough.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. And maybe Ryan, maybe the problem why he can't turn it up in the 11th or 12th is because he's already going as hard. He's
Yeah.
already at the highest level he can reach. I don't know, but maybe.
And
don't know,
don't
dog.
forget about this.
I don't know, man.
When Lamont was doing what you're advocating for him to do, he got caught with a left hook and got dropped.
No.
Yes, he did.
I don't know.
He was
Yeah,
boxing
he
at
did.
first,
Yes.
then got caught with a
No,
left
he
hook.
got caught by when he was exchanging hooks in the
Yeah, he
middle.
was changing hooks in the pocket. And he
No,
got caught.
but for the most part, he was fighting on outside. The first 3 rounds, it was all outside.
No.
Then he changed up and went inside.
When he got caught, he was an inside with him, and he was changing the hooks.
He was kind of
It was
in the
mid-range. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Mid-range.
mid-range. I agree.
He thought he was out of range. Pitbull ducked into it and came up.
But Ryan, he was mid-range. The game plan seemed to be, which I liked because of the point you made, don't just like give up ground.
Yeah.
He wanted to slip and counter from mid-range.
Let me-
Use his feet. Go ahead, get out. Let's
No,
see, let's
I
see.
want to show you guys something. All right.
You want me?
Yeah,
Do you want me?
You're Pitbull. So I'm telling you.
I'm Pitbull?
Yeah, no. I'm actually serious.
Okay.
So Shady, you're the Mexican dude.
You're
He's
the
the black
Mexican
dude.
dude.
Okay,
Okay.
are you okay
All
with
right.
that?
You're funny. All right. So first, Lamont's fighting outside. So when he throws his hook,
Okay.
he's not thinking to come inside. So Pitbull cuts range by smothering his hook.
Okay.
Then Lamont tries to pull back and gets caught in between.
Right.
The adjustment that Lamont made was when he throws the hook. Now he's in here. Now throw the hook. You can't. It's
Right.
smothered in.
Okay, right.
Then it's inside.
Right,
Boom,
right.
boom.
Okay.
So that's the adjustment that Lamont break. Because when he was fighting on the outside, he was thinking outside. So when he throws the hook, misses it, he's thinking, okay, pull back. Because I'm fighting on the outside. Boom, smack.
We gotta watch that more.
And also,
'cause
his head was not offline.
No,
when
exactly.
you get when you move inside, you can take your head offline.
Yeah,
exactly.
But he was trying to fight that way from mid-range,
Exactly.
and he was good enough to fight Pitbull to a draw, but not better than that.
So if you ask Pitbull what type of fighter he don't want to fight, what's he gonna say?
Me.
I mean, okay, you, but I'm saying, what type of style fighter he don't want to fight?
I mean, he don't want to fight a guy that has mid-range skills with power.
And that's
Slick
slick
boxer,
boxing. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
of
So what
course.
I'm saying is Lamont Roach.
But Lamont's not that. He's too compact.
No, Lamont Roach is slick enough. I've been doing my homework on him. Once I see him fight Tank, I said, oh, okay, right? Because Tank said like, yo, he's a lot better than what y'all think.
Yeah.
And then I started really doing my homework on him. He's slick enough. I like Lamont.
you gotta
Roach.
say
Listen,
this.
I love Lamont.
If they do a rematch, he outboxes
Lamont
him.
was good enough to make Pitbull go to something we have never seen from him, which is frustrate him to the point where he's like, I'll stick out my tongue, I'll move around. That's a lot.
I think Gervonta would have did that if he didn't break his hand either.
Final word from you, Cop.
Final word for me is, look, Roach had his 0-2 for the year, but a great year for him.
Great year.
He reached a new level in boxing, and he's still getting better.
Yeah.
This
Great
is
year.
the best no-win year I can remember.
Yeah.
2 draws,
I've never
and
seen something
his
like
stock
that.
went way up.
Way up.
In the co-main event, O'Shaquie Foster dominated Stephen Fulton,
Philly.
who, in spite of being the smaller man, Stephen Fulton, who was rising in weight from a lighter division, Fulton still missed weight by 2 pounds.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Foster boxed well, took what Fulton gave him, won the fight wide. And guys, I'm very happy for O'Shaquie Foster.
Yeah, he earned that.
Like, not only that, but he didn't try to do too much.
Yeah, boring, but it was good.
Yeah, I would say a step above boring because he
on,
wasn't
man.
tying him
Come
up.
on,
You know,
bro.
he was boxing him.
Slightly not boring, but yeah.
Right. He was boxing him, but he boxed the right way.
boxing,
He got
bro.
the win, and kind of justice prevailed. Because here is a card that shows you what's wrong with the current state of boxing. You have one guy caught for PEDs. We're going to get into that, right?
Please.
He's off the card. You have another guy who misses weight by 2 pounds, even though he's moving up from a lighter weight class. A lack of professionalism.
Yep.
Right
Yeah,
now,
you're
look.
right. Yeah.
Look,
I'm
I'm speaking of my employer when I say this, but this is something. One of the reasons I'm involved in Zuffa boxing. This is something that I'm hoping Zuffa cleans up. Brings a level of professionalism to the sport where guys rising in weight, by the way,
That was
don't miss
crazy.
weight by 2 pounds.
There's got to be some punishment for that. There's got to be punitive measures when you miss weight.
I mean, I missed weight. I had to pay, what was it, $700,000?
700, Jesus.
I mean, makes
That's
you not want to miss
inexpensive.
weight again, right?
Next time you see that little food on the plate, it's like, no, it's
Yeah,
not
but
worth
they let you off
700.
the hook, Ryan, because they should have had a rehydration clause in there. And
Oh, yeah,
or
of
maybe
course,
or
yeah.
maybe Lupe, did
I
a
would
good
never
job
let that happen,
negotiating.
but yes.
Is O'Shaquie the guy to beat at 130, you think?
O'Shaquie, look, he's pretty good. I'll say that. I always loved how he fought in the amateurs. He was like kind of one of my favorite amateur fighters.
Because?
He was just a little older than me, and he's just so snappy, so quick, so sharp.
What changed in the pros? Why?
I think in the
amateurs?
pros he's still fighting like that, which is still amateur-like a little bit, kind of pity-pat, ta-ta, and kind of plays it safe. To me, I feel like in the pros you got to be an entertainer. There was nothing that I seen in the fight that made me even want to continue to watch the fight. It was one of those fights that was like, can't wait this is over so I can fight, so I can watch Lamont. And,
Yeah, exactly how it felt.
See, but I think I like pure boxers though.
Me too.
So you don't really like them boxers like that.
No,
if you
I
just
love
saying boxing
boxing,
on the
but
outside,
he's
well, I think he outclassed him. All right, Fulton, I was going for him. I was Philadelphia and all that. But if you watch that, Fulton outboxed him and made it look easy.
Could have stopped him.
Stay
I'm
long.
with Shady
Yo,
on this
that
for
was
this
great.
reason. I'm with Shady on this for this reason. When I criticized Haney over the second half of the fight with Norman, it's because he wasn't boxing. He was holding.
Okay.
And I know Norman was also. Devin, Norman was holding you too, I know. But that's not boxing. O'Shaquie Foster boxed the whole way.
Right, yep.
Right? Now,
Whole
he
way.
didn't turn it up. You're right. All that stuff is true. But he never stopped boxing. His hands were moving. He was in punching range. He was taking advantage of misses. He was countering.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
boxing. And he boxed well.
And the name of the game is to win. If I could win and I could make it look easy, why not do it? Because I'm talented enough and I'm long
That's
enough.
not
and
the name of the game, though. This is show business.
Man,
This is
listen,
entertainment.
you're right.
There's a
But
part
the
of
same
it.
thing I say about Devin Haney. Some people might say Devin Haney's boring. This is what I say. You bring a guy out there, right? And if he beats him however it looks, he's winning it. Now I'm going to keep going. So you talk about 130. I think Raymond Ford is another one
Yep, good
that,
shout.
that I
Good
want to see.
shout,
That'd be a good fight. But if you talking about, even Shakur's the other one. People say, Shakur's so boring. To
he's
me,
actually boring.
I don't think it's boring. I think that whatever the other fighter does, he makes it look easy. He takes it away, and I beat you real easy.
I
And
want
I
to
go
say
home
something
to my
about
wife and
that.
kids.
I want to say something
Bro, imagine
about
if all fighters fought like that. Boxing would be dead.
He'd be dead, yeah.
It'd be dead.
Yeah, and by
Let's
the way,
be
you
real.
can
Okay,
change
man.
rules to
Yeah,
incentivize the kind of product you want. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I would penalize much earlier in the fight and DQ guys for excessive holding. I want to say something about what you just said. You could blame some of that on Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali got to the point in his career and legend where people didn't care so much. I'm talking about when he hit his mid-30s. People didn't care so much how he won. They just wanted to see if he could figure out a way to win, because he's Muhammad Ali. Can he figure out a way to beat
on
Bernie
now.
Shavers, Ron Lyle, Kenny
All these
Norton,
hard punches?
Jimmy Young?
Yeah.
Right, how do you do it? I think a lot of fighters post-Ali looked at that. It got into the culture like, aha, all you got to do is jab the guy, tie him up, win on points. It's like, guys, you're not Muhammad Ali. People care about the way people win fights. If you reach legendary status to the point where people only care whether you win a fight, good for you. Most fighters aren't that. most fighters do have to entertain.
And one point I want to make real quick, right? Boxing is not like other team sports. In the NFL, they don't have the game of the year. People don't rewatch NFL games. In boxing, there's the fight of the year because this is entertainment also. So it's not enough to just win.
My problem is if you have a chance to make a statement and destroy the guy, then do it. If not, you're boring and you're irregular.
Oh, Shaq, I think you win this one, look great the next time. I thought you looked pretty damn good.
But if you're a killer, you're a big puncher, and you hit hard and all that, and you fight me, and I'm nothing like that.
Fulton doesn't.
Hold on, and I beat you. What are we
For
talking
those
about?
watching on YouTube, head over to the Zone to catch the rest of the show. Coming up, Bud Crawford was stripped of one of his many belts. He had a lot to say about it. So do we. We get into all of it.
I agree with Bud.
Inside the ring.
Shout out WBC.
This dude.